What's good, YouTube? I'm here to talk about 9 to 5 work. Now, I get it. No one in their right mind wants to work a 9 to 5. No one wants to go put 40 hours a week in every week and grind and throw their life away. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Throw their life away. But at some point, you got to make money. You got to make money to make money. You feel me? And that's the thing that a lot of people don't get. They're like, oh, I don't want to go to this 9 to 5. I don't feel like working. I don't feel like just slaving away and somebody's the boss of me. But sometimes that's what you got to do. Some of your bosses had to come up like that. Like, and then they invested right. You know, they saved their money right. And they ended up being able to get that workplace to hire employees. You know, so at some point you're gonna have to become an employee, whether you do it now or whether you do it later in life. Unless you're winning the lottery or that's your plan to get out. I mean, it's ridiculous, but hey, to each his own. But I'm here to tell you about 9 to 5 work and staying consistent with it. Like, some days you're gonna come home from work and you're gonna be like, man, I just want to quit. I just want to quit. And that's expected. It's a 9 to 5. It's draining. And not only do you have your 9 to 5, you have other stuff to worry about in life. Like, it's not just the 9 to 5, it's the 5 to 9 that you also have to worry about. Because look, if you just work the 9 to 5, you're going to work the 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. But if you put something into that 5 to 9 period, 12 hours a day, and you're just in your bag, like you're thinking of ideas, you're thinking of ways to make stuff work, you're not going to fail. Even if it feels like you're failing right now, you put in that work 5 to 9 after your 9 to 5, you're going to succeed because you're putting in more work than people are willing. Some people are cool with the 9 to 5. Some people are cool with not working at all. But you're putting in that 5 to 9. That is the area I want to be specific with. 9 to 5 is cool. We all have to go do it, whether you're 16 years old, or 18 years old, fresh out of high school, you go put in that work at a 9 to 5, you're making some bread for the first time, you're getting in it, but you're doing nothing from 5 to 9, you're going to stay at that 9 to 5 for a long time, for a very long time. Whether you're 40 years old, you've been working the 9 to 5s that you were 18, and you're seeing no difference. You're getting a check. You might have 20, 30,000 saved up, but you bought a house, you bought a car, you're financing all of that, and you're in debt because you got the student loans, whatever. You've been working, but you ain't really invested in nothing. You ain't really done nothing 5 to 9. That's the importance of the 5 to 9. And I know what you're saying. Well, 12 hours every day, and it's like, yes. What else do you have to do? What else do you have to do? If you're not willing to do it young, it's just going to be harder and harder and harder to do it when you get older. When you get older, you're going to be like, oh, well, I've been doing this for so long, might as well just keep doing this. And it's like, no. 5 to 9 is your grace period, is your period to figure out what you want to do in your life. Whether that's even doing side hustles, make you some extra bread. I mean, everybody needs a side hustle. But what you do in that 5 to 9 period is unworldly. Like, you're going to see a big difference in those 4 hours compared to those 8 hours that you're spending at your job. So, I know it's so hard to stay consistent in this day and age, but if you just come home, you just immediately get into it, those 4 hours are going to fly by. And you're going to be like, oh, well, it's 9 p.m. It's time to go to bed. And yes, that's how your day is going to be. Sadly, that's how your day is going to be. 9 p.m., it's time to go to bed. You might cut on the movie and go to bed by 11, 12. But when you wake up the next day and you're getting ready for work and you're just like, oh, I feel groggy, make it through that day. Especially, hey, if you're young, if you're in your 20s, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be figuring out how you can get out of the 9 to 5, how you can make more money. And my biggest piece of advice is honestly, job hop. Job hop. If you have a job, if you're making $15 an hour, your job's not giving you no raise no time soon, and you find a job that makes you $16 an hour, go to that job. You got that $16 an hour. You know you're not getting a raise because you just got that $16 an hour job. But this other jobs offer you $17 an hour. Go get that job, and so on and so forth. Like, that's basically what I did. Like, I worked for a restaurant, making 15. They ended up giving me a raise, raising me up to 17, which was cool. But then I found Amazon, and they were paying 22. So I went to Amazon. Immediately as I got into Amazon, they gave me a raise. It was only 50 cents, so it was up to $22.50. So after the season was over, they told me, hey, drivers are making 24 an hour right now. And I was like, okay, so I'll go be an Amazon driver. Bet, 24 an hour right there. And that's just how you build on top of everything. So now a 9 to 5 making $24 an hour doesn't sound bad as a 9 to 5 making, when I started out a year and a half ago was making $15 an hour. You feel me? So it's like, I'm almost up $10 extra an hour, almost. And then, you got your side hustles. My side hustle, I like to clean cars and I like to DoorDash. Like those things go hand in hand for me. I DoorDash some days and I clean some days, clean cars 5 to 9. And I also like to create content, as you can see. So, 3 side hustles, and I mean, DoorDash is cool. I don't like the maintenance I have to put into my car, but it's now money. It's right now money. It's money I can put away. It's money I can save until I have to put maintenance into my car. You feel me? So, and 9 times out of 10, I make more money than I am putting maintenance into my car. So, DoorDash, cleaning cars, I do that. Sometimes I don't do that a lot, but then making content, I try to make content every single day, and if not every day, every other day. But during this 90-day run that I'm on, if you see my last video, I am on a 90-day run. Just putting that out there. I want you to come along with me. But yeah, during this 90-day run, it's gonna be all of that. 9 to 9 every day. I wake up at 8, get ready for the day. Might write a few notes down. And then at the end of the night, write a few notes down for what I'm gonna do the next day. And just keep staying consistent with my 9 to 5, I am the type to be like, oh my goodness, I just want to quit. I don't want to do this no more. I really am. Especially teenager me. When I was 18, 19, even 20, I used to just quit jobs. Just walk out. Like, oh, like F this. I'm not finna deal with this today. And guess what? By the next day, I wouldn't have a job. And then, 2 or 3 weeks later, I'm struggling because I done spent up all my money. Everything is gone. So it's like, just stay down, man. Just stay down, stay consistent. 9 to 5s are hard, but you're not the only one out here that's working that. You're not. You're not the only one who wants to quit their job. You're not. So just realize that. And if you got some inspiration, if you got some person in your life that's been working for 40 plus years, and not to say you don't want to be like them, but you don't want to be that, you can take that as inspiration to keep driving through your 9 to 5 and take that as inspiration to do something after your 9 to 5, because they've been working a 9 to 5 their whole life. And maybe they did take a little time out, but for the most part, they've been working 9 to 5 their whole life. And they're still working that 9 to 5, even into their late 40s, early 50s, late 50s. It doesn't matter. So yeah, just take that with a grain of salt. It's your boy Vonnie. I'm gonna be on here talking motivational stuff, educational stuff, and financial stuff. That's my tea. That's what I love to talk about. I would love to get to know you guys. Comment your age down below and let me know where you are in life. And I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.